Okay, we're back with another episode of High Rated Edison today. Today we have what is this? I like planes. So we've got I like planes on 1279 rating versus Dark Armed Dino on 707 rating. So a bit of a rating disparity here. I like planes into the top 100. Dark Armed Dino a little bit outside the top 200. Significantly, maybe so, but they're playing something cool. So we're going to check it out. So opening hands are Miracle Furt, Sangan, Copy Plant, Gold Sark, and Raigeki Breaks. This looks like Gigavise, so let's see if it is. And then we've got Hidden Armory, Gigaplant, Titanial, Mark, Wind Blast, and Sangan this side. So this could be Gigavise, and I'm pretty sure it is, but I have seen a couple of Titanial and Amaryllis builds rocking around with just like a random Gigaplant in there as well. So we think it's Gigavise, but we'll see if I Like Planes is on the Amaryllis technology. So just going to set Sangan, pass. Draw for turn is Supervise. They're going to Gold Sark for another copy of Supervise. Set the Sangan, set the Raigeki Break, and pass. Draw for turn is Torrential on this side now, so they can Hidden Armory, dump the Supervise, add the Supervise back to hand, set the Torrential, set the Wind Blast, and pass. Yeah, just a Sangan standoff right now. A Sangoff. Pass. Draw for turn is a Super Solar. Yeah, I mean, they've got now Super Solar Copy Plant lines. Yeah, I Like Planes having to think about it. They're going to TT there. They're going to reveal their Sangan. And their opponent's also going to get a Sangan Search. So both grabbing Lone Fires now. And pass, going to Wind Blast, put back the, what was that, Wind Blast as well, I think? Yeah. Oh no, the Raigeki Break, sorry. Can put the Raigeki Break back to the top of the deck. Okay, so they've got the combo now, so it's Lone Fire. Oh, they're going double Lone Fire. You're playing against Gigavise round 1. And you're going for double Lone Fire. It's just wasteful. Just wasteful at this point. So Gigaplant coming out now. They're going to Supervise, bring back Lone Fire. Lone Fire for Copy Plant. These two for Power Tool. And the Gigaplant return. Power Tool effect. Reveals Supervise, Supervise, and DDR. Grabs a Supervise. Nice. Always rounds up apparently. Gigaplant into Titanial now. And then Power Tool in. Gigaplant in. And Titanial in. Yeah, I mean, they could have risked it and gone for Revive Copy Plant. Yeah, I think I Like Planes maybe Mr. Trick here. So you've got a battle phase. And you know that your opponent is on Gigavise as well. Appreciate you've got the Titanial coverage. But I think if I'm in that situation, I'm just going to risk it. I'm just going to go Gigaplant, bring back Copy Plant, make another Power Tool, and then hope I hit the 33%. Because why not? Right? I guess you're getting Titanial up this way, but I think I'm just going for the game shot. Okay, pass. Draw for turn is the Raigeki Break, which we knew was top decked. They're going to pick up the Supervise. Now they're going to do Supervise combo. So double Lone Fire again. Even when we can see a Super Solar Nutrient in hand. This is unreal. I'm going to keep complaining about this. I've seen all the Dionysus videos. You know, Lone Fire into Lone Fire is not always the vibe. Right? Sometimes when you're playing stuff like Super Solar, UFO Turtle or whatever, you need to only be using one Lone Fire and keeping one in deck. Because your opponent is very unlikely to have DD Crow, especially game 1. Okay, ran over. Sorry everyone. Supervise now. Yeah, that does target, so Titanial is going to be able to stop it. Yeah, bring back the Gigaplant. They're going to try it again. Obviously it's not going to work again. Gigaplant's going to get into the Power Tool. They are now out of Supervised Revives though. And they've got the Raigeki Break to get rid of this Titanial. What they don't have is an out for Mark of the Rose and Titanial. So I think this one's over. Yep. 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 Okay. Yeah. The double mark is tough. Okay. At least Dark Arm Dino is going to get to go first game too. So opening hands are Wind Blast, Sangan, Gigaplant, Titanial, Gigaplant. Oh, this is rough. Double Gigaplant and Titanial in hand is a little bit rough. But we'll see how they do with it. Gold Sark, Supervise, Super Solar, Heavy, Solemn, and Upstart. On this side, it's going to start with Upstart, gets Raigeki Break. Yeah, Gold Sark going to grab the Lone Fire in a couple of turns. Set the Raigeki Break and pass. Draw for turn is a Supervise on this side, nice. So they're going to set the Wind Blast, set the Sangan and pass. Draw for turn is a Wind Blast on this side as well. Just going to pass, they're going to Wind Blast back that back row and just set them back a turn. Yeah, I mean, Wind Blast stack a set or like a stack anything to the decking against Gigavise is just kind of huge, especially when you can see that they've not got the full combo yet. Next time they do get it, but yeah, they would rather that be a Raigeki Break or anything at this point. Okay, so Gigaplant, I'm gonna normal summon out over the Sangan, gonna add the Lone Fire, Supervise. Yep. Bring out the Lone Fire for Lone Fire. Yeah, I mean, fine. You can see that Crow's in action now. It's fine here. Copy Plant into Power Tool. Yeah, they summon a lot of the time in defense and then change it. Okay, gonna Power Tool now. Yeah, reveals 2 Supervise and a Mark. Gets the Mark. Ooh, okay. Now we've got a game. So going to get in with the Gigaplant. Didn't try and change the Power Tool this time, which is nice. And they're going to pass back. Draw for turn is the Raigeki Break, which we knew about, but they are going to get the Lone Fire back now. This is good. Dark Arm Dino has a real chance to win this one now. Going to Lone Fire for Lone Fire. Yep, and that is good because we can see they've got Crow this time. So, good to see. Yeah. Gigaplant does not target, so the Crow is not going to be as effective here. Yeah, going to use these for Power Tool. Supervise, going to attempt to revive Gigaplant, but that's not going to resolve. They are going to get the search now though, so Mark, and DDR. Yeah, I wonder if actually the play was... was the play 2 DDR? And just hope you get it so you get Gigaplant back online? Maybe not, right? Probably not. Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, they have the option here to actually get another one off. So let's see if they do it. Yeah. Power Tool. Yeah. DDR, Mark. Grabs DDR, and they've just put Lone Fire in the banish. This is really cool. Yeah, DDR, the Super Solar, it's useless now anyway. For the Lone Fire. Lone Fire for Titanial. Yeah, Power Tool Dragon in attack. Titanial into the Gigaplant. And double Power Tool. Sets the Solemn. Sets the Wind Blast. Passes back. Okay, draw for turn is a Wind Blast of their own. They have the Mark, but that targets, because it's an equip card, targets by game mechanics, so they, even if they go after this Titanium, they could negate it. Yeah, main phase is going to start with Power Tool, reveal Mark, Supervise, and Supervise. Grab Supervise. Yeah, they're kind of fine either way here actually, because double Mark gets both monsters off, or gets, you know, Titanium will probably negate the first one, and then, yeah, it will, like, they'll take the Power Tool with the second one, use the Power Tool for another search. But equally, if they get Supervise here, they just tribute summon for Gigaplant Supervise. I mean, it's not going to resolve, but it's, yeah, I mean, it would feel like the right line. So they're going to Mark, attempt to take the Titanium now. That's going to get them out with Wind Blast. They're going to Wind Blast, put back the Mark. Yeah, that's really good. It's a really good trade. Going to tribute summon for the Gigaplant. You saw them pick up one of 2 equips, and you could assume that they got the Supervise. So I'm wondering if you Solemn here. I think you probably do, yeah. And Dark Arm Dino thinks you do as well. Because if you just get, yeah, I mean, now you've got this. You know one of them is an equip. You just have one other card to worry about. It is an active card, but you just put your opponent back by top decking their Mark for them. And you had an out to that anyway. Okay. They're going to try and Wind Blast now. Pitch the Supervise. Target the Power Tool. You'd be absolutely fine with that. Going to get him for the 28. Going to set the Wind Blast now. Knowing that they're about to top their Mark of the Rose. They're going to attempt to mark. You're going to Wind Blast. Put it back. And that's enough. Yeah. Really cool game. Wow, the Gigavise mirror is really cool to watch. Yeah, there's just a lot of high level play here. Okay, opening hands game 3. Gold Sark, Miracle, Miracle, Upstart, and Raigeki Break. DDR, Book, Gold Sark, Sangan, Super Solar, and Titanial. Okay, going to start with Gold Sark for Supervise. Sets the Sangan, sets the Book, and pass. Draw for turn is Mindcon. Mindcon's actually not bad. Upstart. Upstart's going to get Mark of the Rose. Going to Gold Sark for the Lone Fire. Just going to set the Raigeki Break and pass. Draw for turn is a Solemn. They're going to flip the Sangan now. Yeah. Why has Sangan been the most important card this whole match? Sets a Solemn and pass. Draw for turn is a DDR. Oof. That's not bad. I mean, that's not bad. Raigeki Break, they're going to pitch the Mindcon. They're going to hit the Book. They're going to DDR now, pitch the Mark. I think you Solemn this. Because this is just so much commitment, right? They've just discarded 2 cards to get this play going. Okay, so Lone Fire coming out. Yeah. Okay, they're lag. They're back. Titanium Light in defense mode is interesting. They're going to pass. Draw for turns Upstart. They're going to get the Supervise back to hand now. Upstart draws into Wind Blast. I just realised they're doing this so they can't get Sangan off board by crashing it and then go full combo. This is a really good play. Sets the Wind Blast and passes. Draw for turn is the Foolish. Foolish Furt here. What a combo that is. Okay, so Titanium going to use itself to negate the Wind Blast instead of going back to the top of the deck. They're going to Foolish now. Foolish for Dandelion. Yep. Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. I'm wondering why you're not Miracle Furting back the Titanium. Okay. Yeah, whatever. Maybe they just really don't want the Sangan to leave the field. So they're going to Upstart into Copy Plant now. Set Copy Plant, Super Solar, into the Lone Fire. Yeah, this is why. This is why we only use 1 Lone Fire game 1. So Lone Fire into Lone Fire. Giga Plant now. Supervise Equip. Am I wrong in thinking that they could Miracle Furt last turn, right? What happened last turn? So they drew Foolish. Titania was sent to the grave for negating Phoenix Wing. End of main phase 1. Foolish the Dandelion. Got the tokens. Ended turn. Because I just feel like if you can get Titania up with 2 tokens, you're in a really good position, right? Because Supervise equips. So yeah, say they do eventually get here. Like, what do you care? Because they'll get to Gigaplant. The whole deck is built around getting to Lone Fire and getting Lone Fire on board. Like, they'll get to Gigaplant. They'll try to equip a Supervise. You'll negate it. You'll keep your Titanial and 1 token. And even if they've got another one, you can, or a Mark of the Rose or something like that, you can negate it again. I get that it probably wouldn't have resolved anyway because they have Solemn. But I just feel like not Titanial in last turn is pretty huge. And I'm going to go as far as to say maybe even a misplay. Because what we're looking at now is far worse than what it would be if Titanium was on board. Okay, Sangan's going to get in. Gigaplant's going to get in. And I think my annoyance is I'm not seeing what they were trying to play around. I think it's the Sangan, but I genuinely don't know. Okay, so main one, going to start with Hidden Armory. Dumps DDR, grab Supervise. They're going to Miracle Furt now. Target is Lone Fire. Yeah, they're going to solemn that, which you're more than happy about because you have another one. So that can bring out Titanial now. Battle phase, they're going to get over the Giga Plant, but that is going to bring out another Giga Plant. Yeah, actually, this just isn't good, is it? This is not where they want to be. Draw for turn is Dandelion. Normal summon Giga Plant. Giga Plant bring out Lone Fire. Lone Fire bring out Nettles. Yeah, this is huge. Nettles and Sangan for Catasta. Sangan can grab a Crow for follow-up. That is ruthless. Wow, I like Plains is absolutely savage here. Okay, Catasta's going to go in. That's just going to destroy the Titanial. 24 and then 28. I have no idea what Dark Arms can even draw here that gets them back into the game apart from exactly Lone Fire. And even then I think you have to like hit big on the power tools. Okay, draw turns upstart. Going to upstart into the Gauze. Gauze is not terrible. Gauze probably lets you see another turn. Draw turn is upstart. They're going to get him with Catasta now. Yeah, you can Gauze out. So, yeah. Token's going to get eaten up by the Giga Plant, and the Gauze is going to get eaten up by the Titanial. Draw for turn is Crow. Yeah, it's just over. Okay. Cool. I'm still mad about the Titanial miss on the Miracle Fur, because I thought it was because they normal summoned, but they didn't normal summon that turn. Yeah, really cool game. This Gigavise deck is scary. Like, I can't be the only one that's like a little bit scared of it when I get matched with it. The benefit is that it usually bricks. Like, one of the 3 games, it's going to draw just a totally unplayable hand, or at least that's how it feels. That's how it ends almost every single time when I play Gigavise. I'm not saying I always beat it. You know, sometimes I lose both the games that it can play, but one of the games I'm normally going to take because they are just going to brick, and then really I've just got to win one game. Like, from there it kind of beats itself, or it feels like it beats itself at least 1 out of 3 games almost every time. The mirror match, really cool. Some really high level play on both sides. I don't want to try and like comment too hard either way because I'm not as intimately familiar with this deck as I would like to be. I have played it before, really enjoyed it, but yeah, not that intimately familiar. Either way, I think this is a hell of a display of the deck, the power that it can have. You know, I like Plains had an OTK line in game 1 they didn't go for, but it was there, and there's just all that kind of stuff that just mounts on top of it. Titanials with Giga Plants with Dandies can just be a really explosive deck, so definitely one to watch out for, and we'll try and get some more kind of high level Gigavise play on the channel in future.